Hi, second grade. Welcome to Writing and Grammar. Today is Thursday, December 17th, 2020. Today you're going to think about your 5 senses. Your 5 senses include sight, so what you see, hearing, what you hear, touch, so what you can reach out and touch and feel, smell, and taste. Those are our 5 senses. Now we're going to use these senses to write a poem. This is called a 5 senses poem. And our topic is, you guessed it, Christmas. We're going to write a Christmas 5 senses poem. So go ahead and take out a piece of paper because you're going to brainstorm to think about ideas with me during this video for your poem. So pause the video to get paper. In the middle of your page, write the word Christmas. And you can circle it, draw a cloud around it like me. This is our brainstorm. So we're going to draw 5 lines that come off of it for our 5 senses. Okay. So let's start with looks like. So off of one of those lines, write looks like. And I'm just going to put it in a box. And then think about some things that you see with your eyes. We're thinking about that sense, what we see. What does Christmas look like? I think about colorful lights. It looks like decorated houses. It looks like festive clothing. It looks like a ton of different things. So pause the video and take a moment to choose what you want to write for what Christmas looks like. And notice I added some adjectives. I didn't just say it looks like lights. I added colorful. I didn't just say it looks like clothing. I added the word festive. So be descriptive. Okay, when you're ready, let's move to the next line and let's think about what Christmas smells like. What does Christmas smell like? Close your eyes and imagine. What do you smell when you think of Christmas? I think about peppermint. I also think of vanilla because I often burn candles during Christmas time that smell like vanilla. It also, to me, smells like fresh rain because I think about how it rains a lot during this time of year. So pause the video, take a moment to think, what does Christmas smell like? Now when you're ready, move on to the next line. Christmas tastes like. Now you might be thinking, hey, this is really similar to smells, but you can make it a little different. To me, Christmas tastes like peppermint, but I'm going to be more specific and say peppermint candy canes. Tastes like hot chocolate. With sprinkles. Like warm gingerbread. So take a moment, pause the video, and imagine, what does Christmas taste like? Don't forget to add adjectives, those describing words. Now our next one, we're going to be thinking about the sense of touch. But we're going to say feels like, because when you touch something, you describe how it feels. So this kind of feel doesn't mean like in your heart, it feels like loving. Instead, this means like what you actually feel with your hand. So Christmas feels like, what do you imagine? I thought about rough pine needles, like on the Christmas tree. To me, I think of soft dog fur because I cuddle a lot with my dogs during Christmas time. What else does it feel like? What can you touch? Take a moment, pause the video, and write your own. And for the last line, we're going to think of sounds like. What does Christmas sound like? Sounds like joyful singing. For me, I read a lot during Christmas break. So Christmas to me sounds like the turning of pages in a book. Maybe it sounds like laughter, your family all laughing together. Take a moment, pause the video, and write what Christmas sounds like. Now you're going to take some of these ideas. You might not write all of them, but you're going to take some of these to put this in full sentences. So I have this paper on Parent Square. For those of you who are at home, those of you who are at school, I have a printed copy for you. And you can ask an adult to print this off Parent Square if possible, but if not, you would just write this on a piece of paper, okay? So at the top, you would write your name. So I will write my name, Mrs. Houtz's 5 Senses poem. And then you would write the date. Today is December 17th. And then you're going to write some of your ideas that you came up with while watching this video. So Christmas looks like, it's in the same order that we did our brainstorm. Now, would you write Christmas looks like lights and leave it at that? No, we want to add more detail. So maybe you'd write Christmas looks like glistening, colorful lights on houses. Notice how much more detail I put there. Instead of just writing Christmas looks like lights, I have more detail. I have that they're glistening and they're colorful and they're on houses. That gives you a better picture of what I imagine or of what I see when I'm imagining Christmas. Also notice that I put a comma in between my 2 adjectives. So if you're listing a bunch of describing words, you put commas in between them. And then at the end, notice I also put a period. If you are very excited about it, you could also put an exclamation mark. But these are full sentences, so you need to have some sort of end punctuation. So you can use more than one idea if you want to write about a couple. So for example, for Christmas tastes like, maybe I would combine my ideas of peppermint candy canes and hot chocolate, and I would put them together in a full sentence. That's totally fine. That gives more detail. But you're using your 5 senses to write 5 sentences all about Christmas. Please write in your best writing. Take your time, be proud of this work. After you write your sentences, you can decorate the border of this page or of the page in your notebook if that's where you wrote, just like how we did for the congratulations letters for Mrs. Covington. You guys drew some beautiful, colorful borders. You're going to do like the same thing for this. So here are some examples. You could draw stars, lights, a Christmas tree. Maybe try to draw things that you wrote about. So like if you wrote about candy canes, or maybe you wrote about Jesus, you could draw like a cross or a baby in a manger. Be creative, but put it around your poem as a border. And then after this on Seesaw, on the second page of this activity, there are some guided drawing options that you can choose one of them that you would like to do. Maybe try to choose the one that goes best with your poem. And put your 2 papers together, take a picture and turn it in. If you would like me to share it on the blog, just say so. And then share it with your family. Maybe you can put it up in your house as a Christmas decoration. Have fun with this. Please take your time. Try your best. Be proud of your work.